these Rockies. That's your pitching matchup. Until then, Josh Mauer saying so long from Coors. For Lane Grindle and producer-engineer Ken Sommerfeld, we remind you once again the final score, a happy one, 4-3 Brewers. We will talk to you tomorrow night from Denver. This has been a presentation of the Brewers Radio Network.
Brewers Radio is sponsored by Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. There is a difference. We Energies, Boucher Automotive Group, Tri-City National Bank, your local carrier dealers, SVA, a professional services company.
In time! They got him!
Lakeland University, Lynch Automotive, Zbart, Cannon and Dunphy, Loyal Family Renovations, Network Health, and International Autos on the home of the Brewers, 620 WTMJ.
It's time for Baseball and Brats, the show that combines America's favorite pastime with America's favorite sausage. Here's Bob and Tony.
Hey, Uke, this guy wants to know if you've ever seen an elf.
Seen them? Heck, I played with them. They're kind of tough to pitch to, too. Small strike zone, don't run too well either, but they're great in the clubhouse. I roomed with one named Hans in the minors.
What happened?
He went to work for Usingers. Said it was his one true love.
Making sausage?
No, some cute little elf named Gretel worked there, I guess.
You.
Come on.
Usingers in baseball. It's just not summer without them.
We all love Saturdays, but are they really all that rewarding? I mean, do you really feel rewarded after mowing the lawn or doing all your I gotta do this because today's the weekend, whatevers? Well, Potawatomi wants your Saturdays to be the most rewarding ever with a share of $400,000 in cash and prizes. Just play this July for prize drawing entries. Win on Saturdays. Plus, each Potawatomi rewards level gets their own drawing. Rewarding Saturdays at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. For more details, visit paysbig.com/rewarding. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Carbless, a proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Premium, ready-to-drink cocktails made right here in Wisconsin. 0 carbs, 0 sugar, 0 gluten, 0 guilt. And just 100 calories a can. Carbless has flavors for every fan. Fruit flavors like pineapple, lemon lime, black cherry, and more. And classic cocktail options like margarita, Paloma, and Moscow Mule. Find Carbless at your local grocery store and pick up a pack to enjoy while you watch Brewers baseball at home or while you tailgate before a game. Carbless. Less is more.
With the enhanced engine performance and fuel economy of newly reformulated Tri-Clean gas from Citgo, you're good to go. But good to go where? Exotic bird shopping? To your Tuesday night bowling league?
Woo! That's a turkeys.
Good to go try your luck at bingo.
G32. Bingo!
Good to go to a lumberjack competition.
I'm gonna move my car.
New top-tier Tri-Clean gas from Citgo. The most advanced fuel we've ever made. Now you're good to go.
Get up! Get out of here and gone!
Covering the crew all season long, it's Brewers Extra Innings. Now live from the Annex Wealth Management Studio in downtown Milwaukee at the Avenue. Here is your host, Bob Brainerd.
Well, it was the old-fashioned version of Major League Baseball. Over 3 hours in Denver, 9 innings of baseball. But the Brewers prevail over the Rockies to win it 4-3. Bob Brainerd in for Dom on this late Tuesday evening. We're going to compact everything on Brewers Extra Innings because our guest is Jerry Augustine. And Augie needs to turn in because we're getting close to the bewitching hour. But Augie, let me just start here, my friend, with the Brewers. The way they won this game, we've seen this time and time again this year. They have a knack for doing this. They have ways to find ways to win baseball games like they did tonight.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You know, with this ball club, I think when you look at the way Murph is going from spring training on, he's got a kind of a personality with this ball club where you play every game. When you come out each and every day, you're going to play 27 outs. And you're going to play as hard as you can for 27 outs. And that's exactly what they did today. When you look at what happened in that ninth inning, 55 pitches by the opponent.
Yeah.
Really up there battling. There's some really good at-bats throughout the whole inning. But this team goes out and they play 27 outs. And if you're going to beat them, you better play well all 27 outs because they're going to come at you and they're going to play hard and they have good at-bats and the bats are going to get better. It's just fun to watch.
Augie, I'm glad you pointed out all the pitches that the Rocky pitchers threw in that ninth inning. 55 pitches tossed, and Milwaukee wearing pitchers down. So you've been on the end of being on the mound and throwing a lot of pitches and having guys foul off and having guys battle. What does that do to a pitcher's psyche and his mentality when it's taking forever just to try to get outs and you still can't get the job done?
Well, it starts right from the beginning. Monasterio did a nice job, and he went 7 pitches and got the base hit, but then you got that 10-pitch walk by Strike. It does wear on you because you're sitting there trying to figure out, especially when you're in Colorado. I think we talked about it last night. You see in Colorado, you don't get the good hard break. They say you don't have the good breaking ball, you don't have the good cutter and all these things when you go to Colorado because of altitude and everything. But when you look at everything that you have to do here, you have to pitch well with your fastball. You have to be able to command your fastball for strikes, and it kind of takes away some pitches from you because sometimes when you're pitching in different cities and not like Colorado, you can use that breaking ball, you can use the changeup, you can use the cutter and the things that you don't get the good break that you do in Colorado. So it forces you to go back to one pitch, and when you go back to one pitch, it turns the way you approach the at bat gets a little bit easier because you can go up look for that fastball.
So there is something to that, Augie. When you're a pitcher and you're throwing a lot of pitches, and you're, as you said, you're trying to be too fine, and guys keep making contact and they make you work. There's something to that. When you can wear down a pitcher, that can play to your advantage as a hitter, can it?
It sure can. It sure can, and it works when you have to locate your pitches constantly and you're fighting off pitches. I think when you look at with the pitches that Terang had fought off, he fought off a pitch probably in every fastball quadrant that Mears could throw a pitch. So, when you get in those situations, it gets really tough. And you have to really locate your fastball. You have to try to throw a couple breaking balls. He threw a couple breaking balls that he threw that weren't strikes. Made pretty good pitches were just missed. But it changes the way you have to approach. And anytime you go deep in accounts, you go many pitches in an inning. That's why you see a lot of times in Major League Baseball that I guess that number that everybody looks at now is 30 pitches in an inning is really a thing where you have to really start looking at that pitcher. Has he thrown too many pitches in an inning? Because he's out there trying to locate his pitches, trying to get people out, and at the same time be able to use all his pitches. And the Brewers did a great job in that 9th inning by having those 2 guys throw 55 pitches. That is amazing.
Yeah, they wore those pitchers out to win it 4-3 in 9 innings. He's Jerry Augustine. More coming up on Brewers Extra Innings. We're going to talk about the start that Dallas Keuchel gave the Brewers tonight. But thunderstorms can happen anytime in Wisconsin. They're happening right now. As an authorized Generac dealer, Cider Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical can save you up to $1,500 off a whole home generator. Visit them at cider.com today. More BEI when we return.
When the power goes out, your life is disrupted. Heat, air conditioning, refrigeration, phones, all gone. Be prepared for the next outage with a Generac home standby generator. After sensing a power outage, a Generac generator automatically restores your home's power, whether you're home or away. Power your life with a generator from Adams, Wisconsin's #1 rated Generac dealer. Adams provides sales, installation, maintenance, and 24/7 service from all locations. Learn why Adams is your best choice in providing power peace of mind. Visit adamspower.com today.
Rose Gray here from Fox World Travel. Don't miss the largest vacation sale in the nation. It's the Fox World Travel exclusive July sale with Apple Vacations. Plus, enter for a chance to win a trip for 2. Visit foxworldtravel.com/July. That's foxworldtravel.com/July.
Gorgeous new roofs, showstopper siding, or classic brick and stonework. How about modern windows and regal doors that'll make your chin hit the floor? To a lot of people, having these things can really make them enjoy where they live. It makes them proud. But there's always one thing standing in the way. How do I make that happen? At Semperfi Roofing and Exteriors, we have excellent financing options for most people in most situations. 12 months, no interest, no payments, and exceptional rates for long-term loans that will beat your bank with no additional fees or hidden costs. You can go to SemperfiRoofing.com to apply for your pre-approval today. We want to make any project affordable to almost any person, and we've gone out of our way to find partners that can help make it happen for you. This is Brad Youngbluth with Semper Fi Roofing and Exteriors, your local, veteran-owned and operated exterior remodeling company. For your new roof, siding, window and door installation, or masonry work, you can count on Semper Fi to keep you safe, warm, and dry.
We keep you safe, warm, and dry. Semper Fi.
Ask about our finance options.
This is Brewers Extra Innings on WTMJ.
That's the late night version. Milwaukee, though, making the most of it, beating the Colorado Rockies 4-3 to even this 4-game series up at a game apiece. Bob Brainerd in for Dom on this Tuesday evening, joined by former Brewer pitcher Jerry Augustine and Augie. Dallas Keuchel, his second start in a Brewer uniform, goes into the 6th inning, goes 5 1/3, gives up 4 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts through 78 pitches. Looked pretty comfortable out there for just his second start, didn't he?
Yeah, it's just like you said in the beginning of the show, an old-style game with the 3 hours and 21 minutes. Well, I think Dallas Keuchel showed us what veteran pitchers, old-style pitchers do to be successful. And, you and I talked about this last week when they picked Dallas Keuchel up, is he was probably going to, might pitch that next day. He did come in and he pitched pretty well in his first start. But we talked about having him get into a game, experience back in the major leagues, and then let him go through his regular routine that he would do in between starts. What would it do to him? And we talked about if he could get back to his old style, being able to what? Expand the strike zone on the outside part of the plate, show on the inside part of the plate, use his changeup away, throw an occasional breaking ball. That's his style. It's an old style, what left-handers do. They play with the outside corner. They expand the strike zone. You become successful. I thought he did exactly that tonight. I thought he gave up the 2 runs with the home run in the second. But other than that, he stayed to his game plan, and it was very successful. Using that outside part of plate, elevating once in a while, but I'll tell you what, showing on that inside part of plate every once in a while, getting a strike, and then going back out with that fastball and changeup was really successful for him tonight.
And I think, Augie, going into the 6th inning, they ran him back out there. Again, he only threw 78 pitches. And I think the idea was, okay, let's see if he can give us all of the 6th inning, and then we can piecemeal it there from the 7th, 8th, and 9th and on. Had to take him out with 1 out in the 6th inning. But we've seen Brewers starters that don't get in the 6th inning. We've seen all of them, including Freddie Peralta, where he's throwing too many pitches and has to exit early. So if Dallas Keuchel can do this on a regular basis, get you into at least the 6th inning or even beyond, hats off to him if he can get you there, because this bullpen, as we know, has been used a lot. The more guys that you can get to start games and go deeper, that's going to help everybody on this staff, isn't it?
I think you said it perfectly right there. And, why do you go out and you pick up a Dennis Keuchel? Because you hopefully come back and he can get back to his own style and take you into that 6th inning and have a low pitch count going in the game, keep you in the game. And what he does, what is he? He's an innings guy. Some guys you go out there and you say, hey, you know what? You're my number 1 guy. Freddie Peralta, you're my number 1 guy. Colin Ray, you're my number 2 guy. You guys got to go out there. We need wins from you guys. But then you get those guys that go out and they give you innings, because if those guys go out with this way this ball team is playing, they give you innings, you got a chance to win a lot of ball games. And that's exactly what Dennis Keuchel did tonight. He went out and gave them the innings that they needed. And that veteran pitcher that goes out and understands what you need to do to stay in the ball game as long as you can, keep your pitch count as low as you possibly can. And I like what Murph did that. I like Murph to put him out there in that 6th inning just to see where he is. And that's only going to help that's only going to help Dallas Keuchel for his next start. Now he'll be able to get in that good routine of in between starts, going through everything you usually do as a starter in the major league. I think it's going to pay dividends for the Brewers.
Do you know what Dennis Keuchel, you call him Dennis. Is there?
You said it's late. I'm old. Yeah. You got it, Bobby. You got it.
You get a pass when the Brewers play games that go over 3 hours. You get a pass, my friend. How about Trevor McGill? It looked like they wouldn't even get to him, Augie, the way this game was playing out late, and then into the 9th, and then all of a sudden, he has to get up and he has to close it up because his baseball team has the lead. He has just responded. His 18th save this year, he has responded so well for a guy who wasn't considered to even be the closer, much less a key piece of this bullpen.
I like the adjustment he made right here in Colorado understanding that, you know what, he's got that good breaking ball. When he's got that good breaking ball, we have talked about that last week. We talked about it over the start of the season. When he's got that breaking ball, he gets that over the plate. He's devastating because he's got that 100-mile-an-hour fastball, or upper 90-mile-an-hour fastball that he can locate down in the zone and up in the zone. But I thought he made an adjustment here really from even last night, where you see pitchers that go in the ball game that understand that, yeah, you don't have that good breaking ball. I'm going to show my breaking ball, but I'm going to pitch with my fastball. I thought he did a masterful job of making that adjustment tonight and really pitched that last inning, did a great job. And here's a guy who's really, when you talk about the education, about developing into a role in a pitching staff, boy, he's taken on that role as a closer, and he's learned and he's taken that education. He's done a great job.
Sure has. He is Jerry Augustine. We've got one more segment with Augie before we turn him in for the evening. With a local Milwaukee team, Fifth Third Bank also knows how to hit it out of the park. They've been serving businesses in the area for nearly 15 years, offering industry-specific expertise and local decision-making capabilities to help your business succeed. This is commercial banking value only Fifth Third can deliver. Fifth Third Bank, National Association, member FDIC. When we return on Brewers Extra Innings, more on Trevor McGill and the closing situation going forward when we return.
Sleep apnea is a serious condition. And the worst part about it is, because it affects you while you're sleeping, you don't know what this condition is doing to you.
And it was scary because I found out that I was waking up 145 times an hour. 145 times. I was scared. I wasn't getting the sleep I needed.
And that's the thing. Someone like John wakes up after thinking he's slept all night, and he's been feeling run down for years, and finally finds out something really is wrong. This is why, for us, solving sleep apnea problems is so gratifying, because we really are changing lives.
I've had more energy. I'm getting better sleep. I've been told from my wife I don't snore. But honestly, it changed my life.
This is Dr. Madan Kandula. Solving your breathing triangle problems means a better quality of life, and you deserve that.
Go to AdventKnows.com to schedule your appointment, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better. Results may vary.
Hey, WTMJ's John Mercure here for Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living. Their mission is to transform the culture of care. We're all living longer. That means in all of our families, people are facing Alzheimer's, dementia, and other memory-related issues. Azura specializes in caring for those with early to late stage Alzheimer's or other related dementia symptoms. They're Wisconsin-based, 14 in our state, 4 in our area. I've been in their buildings. They're fantastic. It's Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living, empathy and compassion at the core. It's Azura.
Don't let a cold, sinus infection, or allergies ruin your day. Breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier with Navage. Visit Navage.com, Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, or a store near you.
This is Brewers Extra Innings on WTMJ.
Happy, joy in Denver as the Brewers win it in comeback fashion. How else do they win ball games this year? 4-3 the final. Milwaukee over the Colorado Rockies. Bob Brainerd in for Dom on this Tuesday evening, along with former Brewer pitcher Jerry Augustine. All right, Augie, so Devin Williams, we've heard little bits and pieces that he's been doing some tossing and he's kind of getting ready, and maybe we see him, certainly not before the All-Star break, but maybe sometime after. And I'm guessing maybe possibly early August. Here's the question, which is good as Trevor McGill has been, and when Devin Williams comes back and as good as he has been in the past, what do you do?
I think what you do is you go back to the guy who's been one of the best pitchers in all of baseball as a short man and as a closer, and that's Devin Williams. But I think what happens here now is you actually have two closers, and I think one thing that Murphy's going to do, he's going to allow Devin Williams to go into games and pitch and really go to where he's feeling comfortable to get in that closing role. And boy, when you got a guy like McGill coming in and pitching the way it is, it allows you to do that, just that. So when you're talking about, we've talked about it already, is when is Devin coming back? We hopefully right after the All-Star break. It's just that All-Star break is over and he comes in and he's their closer. It'll take a little bit of time. This allows you to go into a good part of August having two closers and yet giving Devin Williams the time that he needs to get sharp, that he's ready to go and to be the closer. And once he's in that role, once he's got that role, boy, it just opens up everything because McGill can be versatile. He can come in, he can stop an inning for a starter. He can be a closer when Devin's pitched too much. That really opens it up. And having two closers on a team is really magic today. And we all know that in order to win a pennant, you got to have a bullpen. And when you have two great closers in a bullpen, that makes it pretty special.
Yeah, okay, no doubt, Augie. So are you saying, I just want to be clear here, are you saying that Devin Williams comes back, he says, I'm cleared, I'm healthy, he's the closer, and McGill turns into, say, the eighth inning man? Or are you saying Devin kind of goes back to when he was backing up Josh Hader, when he was the eighth inning guy, and sort of let him ease in? What's your preference? What do you think is going to happen?
I think what you just said, Bobby, I think you hit it perfectly right on the head when you said that number one, he's going to be that eighth inning guy. It takes time to get back and really feel comfortable in what you're doing. And we know what Devin Williams can do, not only as a closer, but as a setup man. So I think when it starts with Trevor McGill throwing the ball so well, located, being 18 out of 19 now for being a closer's role, I think you keep him there for the time being. And you allow Devin to work himself in until he's comfortable. Then you get in a situation where maybe McGill has worked too many days in a row, Devin can take over. And then when he gets in that groove and feeling comfortable, then you got the option of what you can do. But I still believe that Devin Williams is your closer, and he's going to be the closer. And I think once they get in that situation, I think McGill will be that eighth inning guy. But it's good because you can rotate guys. If a guy works too much, you can use the other one. So having those two closers are really going to be a big benefit for this ball club.
I agree. Before we let you go, Augie, I got to ask you about the game last night. Right before the Rockies got the walk-off win, the Brewers started moving guys around, and Ricky Weeks, of course, because Murph got tossed in the game, and Ricky Weeks comes out and gives Sal Frelick a different glove, and he's out there strategizing, and Chris Hook is out there as well. Have you ever, in your whether you were on the mound or not, have you ever seen, when you were a player, the pitching coach and the acting manager or the manager or whatever, have you ever seen two guys out at the mound at the same time like that?
Well, they all have their coaches. They have their jobs to do, and I thought it was really kind of neat because I think the one thing that Chris wanted to do, he just wanted to make sure that you go out there and you throw the ball and to let the pitcher know what he has to do to be successful. But at the same time, Ricky was going out there to make it sure that defensively they were in the right areas. And yeah, you don't see that too much in the game of baseball. Usually, if you do that, it usually is the manager that will go out and do it. You don't see it with both guys, but it just looked like both guys knew exactly what they needed to do, what they had to do, and what they wanted to do. And when they went out there, and Ricky just went out to make sure he did that everybody was on the same page. And Chris just said, "Hey, I'm out here with Ricky. I talked to him a lot. I thought we'd walk out together and we'll chat a little bit." But you don't see that too often, Bobby, in the game of baseball. But you know what? If it helps you win. If it does, everybody knows what they're supposed to do.
Yeah. That's
part of baseball.
Yeah. Could you imagine Harvey walking out with Cal McClish and you're on the mound? You'd be like, "What are you guys doing out here?" I know it would have thrown you for a loop back in the day, but
those two guys would be having a conversation about what's going on, and then he'd say, "Okay, guys, let's go," and walk off. But it was so good though. You're seeing the Ricky Weeks really starting to understand that. He looked so calm when he took over the ball club after Murph got kicked out of the ball game. He looked so calm, knew exactly what he wanted to do, but yet he allowed a good manager will allow your coaches to do their job, and that's exactly what Ricky did there. He said, "Go on out, Chris, do your job, I'll do mine."
Augie, I did my job. I'm going to get you to bed before midnight. So thanks for joining us on Brewers Extra Innings. We'll talk to you soon, pal.
I'll tell you what, this seems like an old Timber Rattler game tonight. We had that 3 hour and 21 minute, but as long as you come out with a win, you play good baseball, that's what it's all about. Like, great being with you, Bob, and we'll see you down the road.
Yeah, you got it. He is Jerry Augustine, former Milwaukee Brewer pitcher. His team wins it tonight in Denver over the Rockies 4-3. More BEI when we return.
Hey, this is WTMJ Steve Scafidi. I talk a lot about politics, but sometimes I just want to sit back and have a nice conversation about, well, whatever I want to on the Scafidiology podcast. Rose Gray hosts a brilliant travel, one of the best travel shows in the country. Is there one place of all those places you've been that just, oh my God, that just blew me away?
South Africa.
Why?
Yeah, the animals. You can't imagine what that's like.
You can listen to this conversation or any of my Scafidiology conversations wherever you get your podcast or at WTMJ.com.
A Brewers Group outing is the best way to celebrate any special occasion. You can count on the Brewers to host an event your crew won't forget. Brewers account reps make your day at the ballpark a breeze. Start planning your group outing now at brewers.com/groups.
It's Christmas in July at St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores. Get sale discounts store-wide all month long. What a great time to shop for all of your Christmas needs. Get your holiday decor and so much more, along with all the great bargains we always have for you. It's Christmas in July at St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores on Highway 100 in Layton and Greenfield, 23rd in Lincoln, and 76th and Bradley Road in Milwaukee.
You're gonna love it, St. Vincent de Paul.
The July sale on Norwalk furniture is on now at Ken Michaels Furniture. Save 40% on showroom pieces that are ready for immediate delivery, or in just 35 days, you can create a look that reflects your unique style with over 850 fabric and leather options. From family-friendly to on-point designs, these fabrics are durable and fashionable, and our design service is free to help you put it all together. For better quality American-made upholstery, stop in today and save at any Ken Michaels Furniture locations in Greenfield, Brookfield, or downtown. Get a better night's sleep and save money on a Milwaukee mattress. For over 70 years, our family has been making mattresses and selling them direct to your family. By cutting out distribution costs, you can save up to 50% and get a better night's sleep on a premium mattress. Go green with natural latex. Reduce tossing and turning at night by reducing pressure points on your body. This is one of our most popular mattresses. Stop in today and take a test rest at any of our Ken Michaels Furniture locations in Greenfield, Brookfield, or downtown.
This is Brewers Extra Innings on WTMJ.
Milwaukee a winner in comeback fashion, 4-3 over the Colorado Rockies in Denver. So the four-game series is now tied up at a game apiece. After the game, Brewers manager Pat Murphy. It is late. Pat Murphy met with the media. This time, Murph didn't get tossed during the game, so he got to talk all about it.
Yeah, that last inning, I mean, we were fortunate too, but, give our guys credit. This has been a tough place for us to pull off a victory. And we had a lot of unsung heroes, a lot of guys like Rob Z coming in and getting stuff out. But, yeah, that last inning plate appearances were with a lot, with great focus. And, we left some guys on base. We didn't really get the big hit offensively when we needed to. But, Reese Hoskins hanging in there, down 0-2. And then, Monasterio, Mitchell's at bat, drawing that walk. I mean, that's baseball, man. That's how you play offense. So, yeah, we didn't get the big hit, but we pecked away like little woodpeckers and came up with enough. McGill was great. Yeah.
How does an inning like that build, Murph, when Mona full count, Turang full count, 10 pitches, Yelly full count, right?
Yeah, that's it.
How do those build off of one another?
You just stay in the present, pitch by pitch, and it sounds cliche, but you stay in the present, and you have to be mentally tough. You really have to be mentally tough to stay in the present and not leave the zone. Willie Adames is big at bat, like down 0-2, staying in the present, and just doing what he had to do. Yeah, it was a bunch of that. And that mental toughness, you can do it without hitting the ball hard. Did we hit a ball hard there? I don't think Monasteros was okay, but credit to him. He's been in the cooler for, most of the season.
What does it say about some of those great at-bats coming from such young players?
Yeah, I mean, that's what we've been doing all year long. I mean, these guys are learning to play. That's how they play. That's what they're building themselves to do, And when the older players do the same thing, Adames with a 2-strike sac fly, and Hoskins getting hit by a pitch when, he was down 0-2. Yelich is, He's been unbelievable consistently, and he puts it all on himself too. But those young players learn from that,
Earth the mental toughness, is that true for the pitchers too?
Oh yeah, it's no fun pitching here. I mean, that's for sure. But it's about okay, it's part of the league. We got to do it. It's a rule. We got to play them. Got to play them here. Okay, so we asked to get the games moved, and they wouldn't do it. But I mean, it's a beautiful stadium and a beautiful place, and they have great fans that come out and support them. I love that. It's tough on our guys. It really is.
What do you think of Dallas going into the sixth?
It's great. Big lift for us, I remember watching him pitch when I was a teenager, and he was effective then, and we still got that going,
What year was that?
When I was a teenager.
Murph, did Hudson seem a little less crisp or sharp in that second?
I thought he was good. He got his pitch kind of up, I thought he was really good. He doesn't usually walk people, but I thought he was really good. Again, Hobie, that's a big at bat. Hobie Milner coming in that situation, and a lot of guys couldn't handle that. Paredes didn't have his best, but Hobie getting us out of that, Rob Z getting us out of the other mess, and Keuchel really is the story of the game, getting 15 outs. They didn't have guns back when he started, so it was like, it's great to see that he can see what he's throwing now.
Yeah, Dallas Keuchel got things started on the mound. He kept things in check, and the Brewer bats, little woodpeckers, as Murph called them, able to get the job done and win it in comeback fashion, 4-3 over the Rockies. When we come back, in case you missed any of the action, we'll recap it for you on Brewers Extra Innings.
You've probably heard about employee stock ownership plans before, but what separates Fifth Third Bank from others when it comes to these plans? A succession plan that benefits business owners and employees. Full and partial sales, second stage transactions, repurchase obligation financing, and seller note refinancing, ESOPs can offer tax advantages, increased liquidity, employee incentives, and overall diversification of net worth to help your company plan for the future. Fifth Third Bank, National Association. Custom solutions built around your goals. Member FDIC.
Rose Gray here from Fox World Travel. Don't miss the largest vacation sale in the nation. It's the Fox World Travel exclusive July sale with Apple Vacations. We have a huge selection of resorts at our favorite destinations in Mexico and the Caribbean, paired with nonstop flights to get you there fast. If you like saving, you do not want to miss this sale. Plus, enter for a chance to win an all-inclusive vacation. Visit foxworldtravel.com/July and get on the exclusive list. That's foxworldtravel.com/July.
The new fractured boulders we now have in stock are really nice. They're squarer and more rectangular in shape. And they're great for building dry-laid retaining walls. They're much easier to deal with, lock together nicely, and you get less gaps. No wet mortar needed. And we've stocked a multitude of colors. You can use them as an accent item to add character to your dry river or creek beds, too. Erickson's Landscape Supply. High-quality mulch and stone for a whole lot less. Commercial or residential, visit ericksonslandscapesupply.com to see our entire selection. Our organic mulch is comprised of all trees. Most mulch is made from ground-up pallets, and you don't know what might have been spilled on those pallets. Could be chemicals or who knows what. But not our mulch, we're recycling trees. Many species of hardwoods. Cedar, hemlock, light brown, dark brown, mocha, black, red, gold, and caramel. 7 colors to choose from means a mulch to match any exterior. Erickson's Landscape Supply. High-quality mulch and stone for a whole lot less. Commercial or residential, visit ericksonslandscapesupply.com to see our entire selection.
This is Brewers Extra Innings on WTMJ. Ready for this?
Get up!
This?
Get up!
And this?
Get out of here! Go!
Time for tonight's highlights. Here's Bob Brainerd.
Yeah, no home run calls for the Brewers in this one, which is kind of odd and strange that you win it 4-3 and you don't have any home runs hit at Coors Field in Mile High, Denver. But nevertheless, here's how they got it done. Top of the second inning, Milwaukee strikes first with Sal Frelick at the plate.
1-for-1 in last night's game. 1-2, a little soft liner into left. That's going to get down for a base hit. Adames racing around third. Jones is up with it. He's going to throw home. And Adames is in there safely, and the throw goes all the way back to the backstop. But Feltner was backing it up, so no extra base for Mitchell, who stands at second. But the Brewers have struck first on an RBI single from Sal Frelick.
Yeah, so the lead was 1-0, but it didn't last long. Rockies countered with a pair in the bottom half of the second to lead it 2-1, and it stayed that way until the 7th inning, and that's when Milwaukee got some help from the baseball gods to tie it.
Can Turang deliver? 3-2 pitch, swinging a high pop-up. Shallow into right, in comes Hunter Goodman. He is almost to second base, can't find it, he lost it in the twilight, and the ball falls on the grass. In from third comes Chorio, and Bryce Turang ends up at second base with a setting sky gift. It's an RBI double, and the Brewers tie the game at 2 that way.
Yeah, weird, wild stuff to be sure. So tied at 2, but then in the bottom of the 8th, the Rockies looked like they were going to go up 2-0 in this best of 4 when they got this big hit.
1 count on Doyle. Hudson looks back at second, brings home the pitch, and this is lined into left center field. Perkins won't get to that one. He'll get to it on a hop. Around third and scoring is McMahon. Into second with an RBI double is Brenton Doyle, and the Rockies take a 3-2 lead.
Yeah, Doyle's been a problem for the Brewers in this series. But in the top of the 9th, you just heard Murph talking about how they were woodpeckers and how they just kept pecking away and just kept at it. 55 pitches thrown by Rocky pitchers in the 9th inning. Milwaukee tied it on a sacrifice fly. And then, of all things, with the bases loaded, you know about the grand slams they've hit, right? Well, how about taking the lead on this?
Lawrence with that big bushy hair flowing out of the back of his cap, looking in. And the 2-2 pitch. And it hit him! It hit Rhys Hoskins, and the Brewers take the lead! A 2-seam fastball ran in, and it hit Hoskins with the bases loaded, and the Brewers lead it 4-3 in the 9th.
How about that? Trevor McGill got the chance to get called upon in the bottom of the 9th inning. He closed the door, getting his 18th save of the season. Milwaukee wins it 4-3. When we come back on Brewers Extra Innings, we will wrap things up. Now it's Wednesday morning, so we'll get you ready for the game later tonight at Coors Field in Denver.
Trust in your family's comfort at home with Cider Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical. They're the oldest family-owned HVAC company in southeast Wisconsin. 4 generations of Ciders, and their highly trained technicians provide a one-stop shop for all home and business comfort needs, including an emergency service line that's always live and a 12-year parts and labor warranty on all Daikin products. Get peace of mind by scheduling maintenance today with Cider Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical. That's SEIDER, cider.com.
Each day there's a sliver of time when you can almost breathe freely, and you feel better when you can, but you know that eventually that sliver of time closes, along with your nose. It puts a damper on your day every day. So you pop a pill or you take a spray to try to get that relief back, but it's always short-lived. And all the while in your efforts to give yourself relief, you may be making your nasal breathing problems worse. I'm Dr. Madan Kandula, and a simple in-office procedure from Advent called balloon sinuplasty could be the fast and convenient answer to your breathing triangle problems. Advent has been a leader in this procedure, which can be hard to find elsewhere. It's simple, there's little to no downtime, and it really can be life-changing.
Go to adventknows.com to schedule your appointment, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better.
Breathe well with simple solutions. Breathe well with simple solutions. AdventKnows.com.
Results may vary.
Are you ready to start a meaningful career in healthcare? Are you looking for a job that fits your work-life balance? Become a certified direct care professional today and make life better for older adults or people with a disability. WIS Caregiver Careers makes it easy with free online training plus earn a $500 bonus. See your name on Wisconsin's Certified Direct Care Registry. Sign up today at wiscaregivercdcp.com. Sponsored by the Wisconsin Department of Health Services.
For your next exterior remodeling project, we know you're not asking a lot from us. You want the right products for your situation, you want a few different financing options that can make your project affordable, and you want us to do a good job with minimal disruption to your life. And this one's important. You want a warranty that matters. And we know that checking every box makes all the difference. You might be surprised at how many moving parts go into it, but we have just the right people in all the right places to pull that off every day and make it look easy. The company we have took us 21 years to build. It's an awesome place to work because we never stop improving it, and we think we can do this work so well that we can actually change the reputation of exterior remodelers long term. This is Brad Youngluth with Semper Fi Roofing and Exteriors, your local, veteran-owned and operated exterior remodeling company. For your new roof, siding, window and door installation, or masonry work, you can count on Semper Fi to keep you safe, warm, and dry.
We keep you safe, warm, and dry. Semper Fi.
Ask about our finance options.
The Brewers Sunday Fun Day Bundle is your new way to brunch this summer. Get tickets, food, beverages, and parking for up to 15 people, starting at $62. Get yours at brewers.com/funday.
When the power goes out, your life is disrupted. Heat, air conditioning, refrigeration, phones, all gone. Be prepared for the next outage with a Generac home standby generator. After sensing a power outage, a Generac generator automatically restores your home's power, whether you're home or away. Power your life with a generator from Adams, Wisconsin's #1 rated Generac dealer. Adams provides sales, installation, maintenance, and 24/7 service from all locations. Learn why Adams is your best choice in providing power, peace of mind. Visit adamspower.com today.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer. Our policy is to provide equal opportunity employment, development, and advancement to all current and potential teammates. If you are an organization that maintains a job bank, provides employment information, or gives job referrals, you may request to be placed on the station's mailing list for future career opportunities. To learn more about careers at Good Karma Brands, please email careers@goodkarmabrands.com.
The July sale on Norwalk Furniture is on now at Ken Michaels Furniture. Save 40% on showroom pieces that are ready for immediate delivery, or in just 35 days, you can create a look that reflects your unique style with over 850 fabric and leather options. From family-friendly to on-point designs, these fabrics are durable and fashionable, and our design service is free to help you put it all together. For better quality American-made upholstery, stop in today and save at any Ken Michaels Furniture locations in Greenfield, Brookfield, or downtown. Get a better night's sleep and save money on a Milwaukee mattress. For over 70 years, our family has been making mattresses and selling them direct to your family. By cutting out distribution costs, you can save up to 50% and get a better night's sleep on a premium mattress. Go green with natural latex. Reduce tossing and turning at night by reducing pressure points on your body. This is one of our most popular mattresses. Stop in today and take a test rest at any of our Ken Michaels Furniture locations in Greenfield, Brookfield, or downtown.
This is Brewers Extra Innings on WTMJ.
Last night, Milwaukee lost in extra innings. Tonight, they needed 9 innings, but they got the job done, winning in comeback fashion 4-3 over the Colorado Rockies on Tuesday night. Later tonight, because it's already Wednesday morning, Wednesday evening, it'll be Game 3 of this 4-game set. It's a 4-gamer. In fact, they're going to play on the 4th of July. It'll be a night game to close out the series in Denver. But Game 3 later tonight will feature Colin Ray on the hill for Milwaukee. He's 7-2, an ERA of 3.61 and 62 strikeouts so far this season. Dakota Hudson, former St. Louis Cardinal pitcher, is 2-11. He'll be the starting pitcher for the Rockies later tonight. ERA of 5.84 with 44 strikeouts. And speaking of the Cardinals, St. Louis was a winner at Pittsburgh on Tuesday. So Milwaukee, with their win, stays in front of the second place Cardinals in the NL Central by 6 full games. That'll do it for Brewers Extra Innings. For Matt pressing all the buttons, for Jerry Augustine, I'm Bob Brainerd. Thanks for listening in on Brewers Extra Innings.
Drive into summer with a beautiful new car from the International Autos Group. Get spectacular savings of up to $20,000, and 0.9% financing is available for 60 months. Every model in our 2,000 car inventory is priced to sell. The International Autos Group, Milwaukee, Waukesha, Sheboygan, and Brown Deer. Or at IAAutogroup.com, where our ordinary needs to be extraordinary. Financing with approved credit, $1,709 per month per $1,000 financed on select models.
With an ever-changing inventory, you never know what great bargains you're going to be able to find at St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores. It makes shopping fun because the best finds are the ones you had no idea you'd even come across. And when they're at thrift store prices, it feels good. And it feels even better to know you're helping us help others. Shop St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores on Highway 100 in Layton and Greenfield, 23rd in Lincoln, and 76th and Bradley Road in Milwaukee.
You're gonna love it, St. Vincent de Paul.
I think I would say most conservatives that I know are dying for Michelle Obama to run. And they have a funny nickname for her. They call her Big Mike. I really don't know why, because her name's Michelle. But the reality